And it's time for the next matchup in the Ultimate Supermarket Lager Championship. Yes, indeed. It's a new championship that has just started off, just kicked off, and in the last episode we saw the Spartan knocking out the Samuel Smith's Pure Brewed Lager, organic Pure Brewed Lager. And what can I say? I mean, they were really good beers, both of them. They just showed what kind of taste test is going to be. It's going to be brilliant. I'm going to really enjoy drinking these lagers, but it's going to be so hard to tell the difference between them, and which is better. I didn't know which one was which. I got them the wrong way around when I had a guess. But what can I say? The Spartan, it was better. It was tastier. It was cleaner. The taste, it was more interesting. It was fruity, vibrant. There was a slight dirtiness, a little bit of metallicness on the taste of the Samuel Smiths. And I thought the Samuel Smiths was the Spartan and the other way around. It was really hard to put one through. I had to make a decision, and the one that I put through I thought was the Samuel Smiths, but it was the Spartan anyway, so the Spartan has gone through to the next round. So let's have a look at the first quarter of the table. So here's the first quarter of the table, and we can see here that we can see the Spartan there booking its place in the second round, and the thing it's going to be up against is going to be one of these two. It's either going to be the Schneider Helles, well, Schneider is Helles, is it? Schneider Helles, we'll call it a Helles, or my old friend the Singha. Yes, as I said on the announcement about this championship, there were three spots for the top three beers in the Supermarket Premium Lager Taste Test Championship. This was the runner-up, undisputed runner-up, therefore it got a spot. Well, let's see how far this gets up against the big boys, and this is one of the big boys. This is the Schneider's Helles. What can we say? Landbros, George Schneider and Son. I think that is the same people who do Schneider Weiss and the Schneider Aventinus. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure GS Schneider, or G. Schneider and Son, is the same company. So this is their version of a Helles. It's 4.9% ABV. It's a 500ml bottle. It was available in booths. It's imported from Germany, and it's brewed according to the Bavarian Purity Law of 1516, and it was about £3 a bottle. This is good old Singha, about £2.50 a bottle. It's in the 3 for £6 deal in Tesco, but £2.50 is around about the price point. It's 5% ABV. It's brewed over here by Shepherd Neame, and it's a really, really good lager. Well, what can I say? These guys are getting warmer. I'm going to get them poured out into glasses. As I've said before, like usual, it's a blind taste test. The good old glasses. Let's get the glasses. Here's the glasses. The two glasses that we're using are the Augustina glass and the Budvar glass. That's because they're very similar, but the Rivington glass may make an appearance when we're drinking an Augustina beer, but who knows? That's what it's about. It's all to play for. Which one's going to go through? Well, we'll find out when we've got them poured in a minute. Beer's poured. Heads have gone down a bit from what they originally were, but still a decent amount of head on there. They are dissipating quite quickly, the heads on these beers. Let's have a see. So let's show you which one's which, if you want to know. So this is which one's which. Okay, that was which one was which. And I'm going to just have a nice little objective taste test of these two beers, which look very similar colour. This one looks a little bit lighter in colour, but they are both very clear. Let's have a look. Bubbles coming up, more bubbles coming up in this one than in this one. Let's do the nose on it. Okay, that one's tangy, malty, citrusy, lemony, vibrant, alive. Very nice indeed. Extremely nice. Swap them over. Got a nose with the right. That's one. Very different, that one. Very different. Got a very crafty kind of smell to it. Very interesting, that one. That's very, very different. Yeah. Trying to think what it is that's got in the smell. Almost like a bit of wheat in there. Quite malty. Someone's buzzing through my phone for some reason. Can't think of what else there is there. Smell there. That is odd. That is very odd. It's got almost like orange in the smell. So this is one that's either it's going to be in the taste. This it'll either work or it won't work. That's the thing. So let's have a bit of a cleanse. Let's go straight in for the old taste, because that nose is giving a lot away, but it's quite strong orange citrus aromas. Okay, let's have a go. Cheers. Much cleaner in the flavour though. It's giving me strong Oktoberfest vibes, this one. It's almost like a fest beer kind of flavour. Lovely and smooth. Lovely and smooth. Lovely taste. Tastes like a lager but punchier. A bit more vibrant. A little bit of bitterness there. A bit malty. A nice bitterness on the finish as well. Lovely bitterness on the finish. Very crisp. And a little bit of rustic on the taste there. Let's go in for this one now then. So I'll just keep switching them over here, so you have to you have to remember which one was which again. So let's have a see. Let's have a go on this one. Much more bubbly. But it's crisp and it's refreshing. Smooth, creamy. Lovely and creamy. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I don't know which one's which out of these. I know that I don't have a lot of luck with choosing the Singha correctly, but I'm pretty sure I know which one's which. It's hard not to know which one's which, really, when they are quite different. This one, it's creamy, it's very bready, it's got a lovely aftertaste. Not sure if it's a little bit blah compared to this one. There's a bit of a fruitiness in the flavour on this one though, which I'm not sure. About, but I don't know, to be honest. They are, again, both very good beers. Again, I'm getting on this one. It's quite carbonated. Getting a little bit of gassiness on it. And that slight lack of the smoothness that I want from this one is going to be a disadvantage. It is going to be a disadvantage for this beer. It was a disadvantage for this beer in the final of the event, if we're getting the right way around, in the Supermarket Premium Lager Taste Test Championship final. It's going to be a disadvantage here because this one is as smooth as anything. See, it's still bubbly and vibrant. You still got that carbonation. But it's not translating to any kind of a gassiness that comes down. This one, it just almost feels aerated. Almost feels like it's had CO2 pumped into it, just to make it more fizzy, more vibrant. You know, it's got a lovely creaminess on the flavour, but is an overwhelming creaminess something that you want from a lager? That's the question. It's, you know, it's a gut reaction, but I'm preferring this one. It's smoother, it's more interesting, it's tastier, got a little bit of rusticness, it's I wouldn't say there's much biscuity or breadiness there to it. It tastes like a fest beer, like an Oktoberfest beer. It doesn't taste like a Pilsner to me. It doesn't taste like a Helles. It tastes like something different. Pardon me. I think that was from this one. It's almost like a Helles with something else. But it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's bitter. This one is a little bit blah. A little bit too much carbonation in it, and it's got that lovely creaminess. It's got that lovely breadiness on the finish. I don't think it's enough to beat this one. Again, two really good beers, two amazing beers. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. This one I'm going to put through. It's going to be interesting to see how this does in the next round, because there will be very different beers, I think, in the next round. Because this one is very different from I remember the Spartan tasting like. But yeah, it's nice. It's really good. It's got, it's not clean, but it's got a lot of flavour to it. It's got a lot of different flavours to it. It's got maltiness, it's got bitterness, and it's a cracking lager. They're both cracking lagers. This one's going through. I say not hazarding a guess, but I'm pretty sure this is the Schneider. This is the Singha. Would have loved to put the Singha through, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's a little bit too overcarbonated. That one's better. But I could end up being wrong again about the Singha, and the Singha might end up going through and doing what it does, which is going through when I think I'm putting something else through. Anyway, there you go. Decision made. Let's see if I was right. And we're back. Yes, there we go. So, Budvar. Budvar glass, Augustina glass. Which way around were they? Well, as I said, the Schneider was this one, and the Singha was indeed that one. At the end of the day, personally, I really like the flavour of the Singha. For a personal taste, I do like just the creaminess that comes with it, that lovely breadiness on the finish. It's a really nice beer. But from a which is better standpoint, it is more overcarbonated. It's not as smooth. There's less going on. There's clearly less care been taken into brewing it. This one, it's a cracker. It's interesting. I mean, I've had this before. I know it says it's a land beer. Now, I know that land beer is a slightly different style. So it calls itself Helles, but it says it's land beer. I don't know if land beer means something, but I've had a couple of beers that have been like land beers, and they tend to taste a bit more rustic. So maybe that's why it tastes a bit more rustic than some Helleses, which is great. It's a really great quality, I think, for a German lager to have. And it's just nice. It's just nice. It's interesting. Let's have a little bit now from the bottle. Oh yeah. It's just good. There's so many flavours all in there, just competing. You got fruity flavours, you got wheaty flavours, oaty flavours, malty flavours. You have got a bit of breadiness in there, to be honest. You've got the carbonations, definitely the carbonation there. Definitely the carbonation, but it doesn't become gassy at all. You could drink a good gulp of this and it wouldn't be gassy in the slightest. The Singha, it does have that. Yeah, oh god, yeah, that one's a particularly carbonated version of it, really. But yeah, that almost tasted like it's like a Coca-Cola or something. Well, not tasted like it, but in the mouthfeel, it was very overcarbonated. But it's oh yeah, banging flavour. This, it's a really tasty beer. I mean, love it. Love the Singha, the Schneider. Was more. It was just better. Again, two amazing beers. Wow, what a taste test this is going to be. Singha. Sorry, it might be the last time we see you now. Yeah, and there's the glass. And, well, this is it now. This one's going through. This one is going to be up against the Spartan in the next round. Well, I can't wait to do that, but it's going to be quite a while until I do that because I've got loads more of these to get through. So, what can I say? There it is. The Schneider's through. The Singha's not. Nothing more to say. Until next time, have a good one.